Alrighty, welcome to another Lord of the Rings draft here on the LSV YouTube channel, the place to be for daily videos. I appreciate you taking your time to watch me take March of the Black Gate. I do like this card. It amasses one, and also whenever you attack with an army, it gets one bigger. You can also do some cool stuff that involves holding down control, like attack, trigger the amass, and cast Nasty End, sacking your army, and then this will still give you a 1/1. What is this competing with? Scroll of Isildur, which I actually think is playable, but I haven't fully kind of figured out how good it is. I think it's worse than March. There's Lash of the Balrog, also worse than March, and then Arwen's Gift, another card I like. Don't like Shire Sheriff that much. I think the food decks are generally kind of bad, so I like March. It's just a good value card that sets up a long-term problem for your opponent. So I like cards like that, where it's good on the front. You play this, you make a 1/1, it attacks as a 2/2. If they kill that, any other amass card, kind of you just get started again. So what do we got here? We got Rivendell, which is really good in the blue-green scry deck, and I think just a playable in any blue deck. A bunch of blue mediums, like Isolation is fine, Knots is fine, Grey Havens is good if you're scrying. Probably just going to Lash here. Lash is okay. It's not spectacular. It's good with amass cards. I'll just cast it for 5 mana. I think Legolas is a pretty bad card and still a baffling design. The whole untapped stuff you could just have skipped. And Sam's Desperate Rescue I think is a good card. I've actually kind of liked this one, especially if you have good creatures. But for right now, I think I'd rather just Lash. Okay, so here we've got to decide. We've got the best card in the pack is Meneldor, Swift Savior. Mostly just 4 mana, 3/3 Flying Vigilance. But every now and then you'll combine it with an ETB effect and really get paid off. And then on the other hand, we got Mordor Muster, which is 2 mana to draw a card, lose a life, and amass 1, which I like more than Sam's Desperate Rescue right now. Obviously, once you get a bunch of good creatures, that could change. I think I'm supposed to muster over Meneldor. It's pretty close. I'm actually going to turn the sound up just a little bit. But staying mono black is nice. Samwise the Stout-Hearted is also, I think, a good card. 2 mana, 2/1 flash that tempts you. And if something died this turn, you can bring it back to your hand. But I think just staying mono black for the moment is okay until we see what our second color should be. So here I don't think I'm going to stay mono black. I think Orcish Medicine it's okay, it's playable, but it's not good enough that I'm going to want to take it over a better card. On the other hand, what is the better card? I guess there's Swarming of Moria, amass 2, make a treasure. I actually haven't been that impressed with this card. It's just okay. I'm not going to take Elven Farsight here, Bill Ferny, or Nimrodal Watcher. These are all, like the blue-green cards are for the Scry deck. This is just a medium card. I could take Eagles of the North. I actually think the land cyclers are all pretty good. Glorious Gale is also a possibility. If you're blue-black control, which this deck could definitely be, Glorious Gale solid. I'm going to take the Eagles. Yeah, exactly. Arr! I think they're all pretty close. All right. Well, I do like Lotho Corrupt Sheriff. 2 mana, 2/1 that whenever any player double spells, you lose a life and get a treasure. A little bit of risk in the late game that your opponent can make you lose too much life. But if you play this early or middle of the game, get a couple treasures out of it, it's pretty good. Birthday Escape is also fine. But had I taken the Gale, the Remove Soul, the Essence Scatter, I would have probably taken Birthday Escape. But given that I took Eagles of the North, a little more inclined to take Lotho. Well, here the Windlord we're kind of far away from. And again, Orcish Medicine, just not a high priority. It's unfortunate now because the best card in the pack, the 2 best cards are probably the 2 blue cards. Well, Celeborn the Wise is good with the Scry deck, but we're again not doing that. I might still take Kingfisher. I really like Kingfisher. 3 mana, 2/1 when it dies, draw a card with flying is really good. All right. I'm not really committing yet, but I don't think Shelob's Ambush is something that's so good that I care about passing it up. Well, I'm going to take another black card here. I like Nasty End, and I'm happy taking that. The non-black cards in this pack are just not that good. As long as you identify one open color, you're usually in pretty good shape, especially since I think black is one of the better colors. Black and red seem to be quite a bit better than the other colors. So being near mono black, or at least 4 black cards, 2 white cards, and a blue card is Not quite as disjointed as it might look, but we'll see. My black cards also have a good amount of synergy with each other. I mean, I have 2 amass cards and 2 sacrifice cards. That's pretty good. What do we got here? Well, the best card's red-green. Friendly Rivalry is a pretty solid card. I might just take Surrounded by Orcs. If you're blue-black, this card can add up. Not a real big believer in Second Breakfast, at least not in black-white. And Captain of Umbar, I think, generally a little worse than Surrounded by Orcs. Ooh, late Arwen's Gift. I'm a sucker for drawing some cards. I do think it's good if you can stall the game and then do that. All right, let's put the white cards down for now. I think we're more likely to be blue. All right, a bunch of blue cards wheeled. I like Isolation over Knots. The rest of them are just okay. All right, so we're down an Essence Scatter. Not a big deal. I'm not the biggest Bewitching Leechcraft fan, but I think passing the 3 colors we're not playing, because at this point we're not like locked into blue-black, but blue seems certainly open and black seems reasonably open. Haven't gotten past a ton of white, and red and green don't seem quite as open. Part of it is that green is rarely open because the green cards aren't good. So not a very good Nimrodal Watcher deck. Maybe we're passing to blue-green and that's not the worst, because even if they're sharing a color with us, they're kind of staying out of our way. Dreadful is the Storm. I'm also not that likely to play. But making an army, it works really well with a mass. You make an army into a 5/5, it gets basically +5/+5. Let's take Orcish Medicine, pass a green card, and no one likes Second Breakfast. All right. I've done a lot of splashing for Old Man Willow so far. Just 4 mana 7/7 with a good ability, but I'm just going to take Claim the Precious here, I think. I don't mind Dunlin Crebain, also a great card, but I think that Claim the Precious is better in a controlling deck. You'd have to be pretty heavy into the Amass Sacrifice or Amass payoffs before I'd want Dunlin Crebain, which isn't, we do have some of that stuff. We have March from the Black Gate is a pretty good payoff, but I really like this. Plus, it works nicely with the Nasty End I already have, which I also might wheel because you can make something a legend and sacrifice it. Okay. There's an Arwen's Gift here, but I think I'm just going to go off to another color here and make a foray into red with Foray of Orcs. 4 mana 2/2 deal 2, except I already have Amass cards and I have 3 of them. And if you can add on to that, you can maybe do a little bit more. I think it's a very decent splash. And between the Inherited Envelope, Wizard's Rockets, Land Cyclers, and Shire Terrace, splashing is totally reasonable in this format. So let's see where we can go from here. I have liked Grixis Control. That's kind of where we're heading here. Not the biggest horses of the Bruinen fan in a control deck, but getting to Scry is nice, and it kills an army. It can bounce the Orc army, so it kills opposing armies. I'm not going to splash Gimli counter of kills. Deceive the Messenger, I'll probably wheel, and I don't even always play. Snarling Warg, I also think it's kind of weak, so I don't know. Let's just save an Orc, ride a cowboy or something. Horses of the Bruinen, fine card, does a lot of stuff. Does a lot of medium stuff, but added all that together is acceptable. Let's get this Bewitching Leechcraft out of here. Ooh, there we go. Saruman the White. Very strong card. 5 mana 4/4 ward 2, so pretty hard to kill. And then whenever you cast your second spell, you get to amass 2. That is better than Dunlin Crebain and makes me want cheap cards. You want to go Saruman into like Lash is such a sick play. Or even just a 2-drop on 7, or you just tap out for Saruman and then play the 2 cards next turn. But getting a 4th pick Saruman is a pretty good sign here. So I'm in for that. What are we looking for? Don't have any fixing, but first of all, it's not the end of the world if we don't splash Foray of Orcs. I didn't really give up much to take it. And then second, we got plenty of time. Plus, Arwen's Gift, basically fixing. You get to look at 4 cards. How's that not fixing? We've got Lash, Claim the Precious, Isolation as removal, plus maybe Horses of the Bruinen. Good amount of Amass. So, all right. 1 ring to rule them all. So, you get tempted, then you mill them for a bunch, then 3, 4, 5, whatever. Then you destroy all non-legends, and then they lose a bunch of life. I haven't been that impressed with One Ring to rule them all. The problem is your opponent often just has a bunch of legendary stuff. Glorious Gale also isn't the best card in the world. I kind of don't mind Ring Sight. I've had good experiences with Ring Sight. We are a little light on creatures, but getting to tutor for a black card is kind of nice. Let's take One Ring and give it a try. 2 rings to rule them all. Oh, clearly it's better. I don't think I actually want 2 of these. When it's bad, they're both going to be horrible, and when it's good, the second one's probably not going to be that good. Though, I guess I have Surrounded by Orcs. I could actually go kind of hard on the mill theme. All right, and then maybe get another Surrounded by Orcs here. All right, let's just 2 rings to rule them all. All right, we got a Glorious Gale anyway, so no harm, no foul on that. Here, Inherited Envelope actually is kind of nice because I might splash a 3rd color. Tempted by the Ring can stack up, and I have like Claim the Precious as well. And I have Horses the Bruinen plus double One Ring. Yeah, all right, I'll take those. I'll just pass all the white cards because I don't like the Knife Wound that much. Oh, I'll take a second Heartland's Gift, sure. All right, we might be deceiving the messenger. It's a good combo with Saruman as well. And, all right, this is pretty good. Curious, the double One Ring, the 2 rings to rule them all. We'll see if this ends up working. I have my doubts. And we've got a good amount of removal. We don't have a ton of cheap plays. Maybe the Bewitching Leechcrafts want to come in, given the fact that I could use a couple early plays. I guess I have Glorious Gale, March, Muster. Oh, Ringsight came in last? All right, I'll take that. Ringsight can set up a good 1 ring, or maybe pick up a Surrounded by Orcs if I use it on the Kingfisher. Most of the time this is going to tutor for a black card, I guess, because I have mostly black creatures, but I have a couple blue creatures if I need them. Oh, Gandalf the Grey. Don't mind if I do. Gandalf is busted. 5 mana, 3/4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you choose one that hasn't been chosen, so you have to go through all 4, which is funny, because if you've gone through all of them but put Gandalf on top, you were actually forced to put Gandalf on top. But the first mode you usually pick is copy the spell you play. Already great. Then it nugs them for 3 or taps or untaps, and then it recycles to do the rest. Oh man, and I might wheel one of these 2 blue cards. I do like March from the Black Gate, but Gandalf the Grey is a really ridiculous card, and I already was planning on splashing. Oh, disappointing second pick. As good as the first pick was, the second one, not so much. I guess I'll take Tormented Golem. Could use another Amass card. I think Isolation is decent, but I have an Isolation and a Horses already. So let's just go Torment of Golem. We were pretty high on playables already, so what would I be cutting? Ringsight might not make the cut here. I guess I'm a little creature light. I have 3 creatures plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 9 creatures if you count all the Amass cards. Probably take Saruman's Trickery here. That card's fine. It's a little hit or miss. Against other long game decks, it's excellent. It's one of your best cards. You're always going to want to draw it in the middle of the game. Against fast decks, well, it's kind of bad. But there's also a Nasty and a Glorious Gale and a Shire Terrace, and I wouldn't be mad if I wield any of those. All right, well, I'm just going to take Claim the Precious here. I don't think I can take Justify, Lorien Revealed, or Glorious Gale over it, so I'll be claiming some Preciouses. Okay, so there's another Saruman's Trickery. There's also another Surrounded by Orcs. Do I really want to take that and maybe get a 3rd one? And then have these 1 rings. I kind of am interested to see if this mill plan works. Plus, you don't want to have that many counterspells. Okay. I'm waiting for the results of one of my 3v3 drafts, so one of those Vintage Cube drafts that I already went 2-1 in, and my teammates are We're 4-4 with my teammate going to game 3, so wishing them luck. Till then, I'll be drafting though. Yeah, I have no idea if double surrounded by orcs, double one ring is actually like a good strategy, but I'm kind of curious. This is 23, and oh, there and back again. I'm not going to take this because I can't really splash it because it's double red, but it's a powerful card. Gets you a mount, makes a creature can't block for a few turns, gets you a mountain, and gets you smog, which is awesome. I don't think Fiery Inscription is the play here. I mean, I have a lot of instants and sorceries, but my mill plan is going to win me the game. I'm going to take the Pelargir Survivor. That one I think could actually be pretty good at casting. Plus, it could even help me splash Foray of Orcs. Don't think I'm playing a second Deceive the Messenger. I get one more pick of good cards. I already have to cut a card. Oh, Bilbo Retired Burglar. Bilbo's really good, but Treason of Isengard is also pretty nice with Surrounded by Orcs, even Arwen's Gift, Claim the Precious. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to just take Treason over Stern Scolding and Bilbo there. Oh, and then Surrounded by Orcs Wield. I thought that might. All right. Let's see if this works out. I guess I'll take Isolation, but I don't think I'm playing another one of those. How good is Deceive the Messenger here? Oh, second Glorious Gale. Yeah, I'll cut Deceive the Messenger. And it seems hard to cut Inherited Envelope here. I'm not playing any of these Dreadful of the Storms. The Dreadful of the Storm into Surrounded by Orcs, like, you just, you make your army into like a 5/5 that's like an 8/8, and then you surround them, and it's like 11. Maybe I cut Horses of the Bruin in. I'm at 7/7/3 with an Inherited Envelope. I could probably go 2 and then one more, either blue or black. I guess. Well, let's figure out. I still need to cut 2 cards. I kind of want to play one more blue, I think. I guess. Oh, how good is Nasty End in this deck? I have March. It's really good with March. It's good with Mordor Muster. It's good with Kingfisher. It's okay with Treason and Saruman's Trickery. It's not that good with Surrounded by Orcs. And I have double Arwen's Gift. It doesn't interact with any of these cards. All right, let's cut Nasty End. I think the Pelargir Survivor is going to be really good in this deck. Oh, I guess it is kind of good with that too, but whatever. I could cut March from the Black Gate, but I don't think so. I think that card's pretty good. Don't think I can cut Inherited Envelope. It really should be One Ring to rule them all as the cut here. But I kind of want to see how this does. What would I cut instead then? I could cut the Isolation at Orthanc. I've got Double Gale, let's say 1, 2, 3, kind of 4, 5, 6 removal, set plus 4 is 7 removal spells. All right. This is once again going to be a slightly experimental stream here. Oh, I'm not streaming, but drafting, you know what I mean. Where I've got triple Surrounded by Orcs, double One Ring to rule them on. We're kind of turbo milling. Let's see how this works out. We've got some good stuff here. And let's see how round 1 goes. Opponent goes first. Oh, I really like drawing Pelargir Survivor. That was a nice late pickup in this opener here. Gandalf the Grey. Oh, with Lash. That's a nice little combo. If you can set it up where you're like 6 mana, play Gandalf, play Lash, sacking a creature, immediately copy it, kill 2 things. Seems like a pretty good deal. Oh, geez. Turn 1 Delighted Halfling. Okay. Well, I've got a couple kill spells. Jeez, look at this. Look at you. All right. Let's go Pelargir Survivor. We're going to go 1 drop into 3 drop into 4 drop here. That's going to be a 6 start. I'm going to take my licks from Smeagol. Oh, okay, that's not quite. Just as always, play the draw card after you've tapped out. Surround them by orcs here. Kind of bad mills. They're not going to attack with Smeagol. Oh. They're basically saying if you block the Pathfinder, they get a land out of the deal. Sure. Maybe they have a trick. Oh, Gift of Strands. Oh, geez. Okay. So it's a 4. It's a 4/4. All right. What to do here? I guess I'd just kill that and get tempted. Oh, you know what? This does let me block the Delighted Halfling. It probably was just better to tap out for Lash of the Balrog there. I need them to chill, though. I need them to not have a good play this turn. Can they do that? They appear to have very little chill. All right, there we go. Let's surround them with some more orcs here. Mill to Smeagol and lands. Pass the turn. Oh, they have a kill spell? Stew the conies. Sure. Alright. So I go to 3. Oh, I'm going to block there. Okay. Oh, Saruman the White. Alright, let's go Saruman into Lash. This is perfect. I've left out my ability to cast my foray of Orcs because my Pelargir Survivor is gone, but I now have a 4/4 and a 2/2. They don't appear to have much here. Okay. Ooh, Inherited Envelope. Oh, this actually works perfectly because look, I can go Inherited Envelope. Oh, this is awesome. Choose this as the Ring Bearer, but now cast Arwen's Gift on the cheap into Amass 2. How many cards do they have left? 21, 1 ring to rule them all. Yeah, all right. We can rule them with the 1 ring. Why not? I'm just going to attack with this. Get my loot on. Discard a land, sure. They go to 19. They've chosen, okay, they now sack the food. I don't know. They might have food cards that use food in their deck, so would be a good reason to not sack it, I suppose. Nasty End, sack that to draw 2. Into a Lembus. They're going off. Storm count 2. And no other play. Land. All right. Let's go 1 ring to rule them all. Make this my ring bearer. Each player mills 4. Attack and loot, probably discard. All right, I'm going to discard Gandalf the Grey here because we've got a plan here. They're at 13 cards. Oh yeah, we can mill them out. We're probably going to end up killing them with damage at this rate, but maybe milling them out was is a viable plan. They had a really good start, but they definitely kind of petered out after that. I'm at 3. All right, well, I definitely should go to 4 then. I get a mill down to 12. They get milled down to 9. I mean, yeah, we're not going to mill them out, actually. It was a good try, though. All right. Wouldn't say that was the best proof of concept, but hey, we stabilized and managed to get there mostly off Saruman, but 1 ring to rules them all was a card that got played. Alrighty, time for round 2. Let's see if we can mill some more people out. Not sure about the 1 ring here, but ooh, I like this hand. So what do I do here? I mean, besides keep the hand, obviously. The hand's great. 1 ring to rule them all. There it is. Turn 2, do I Pelargir Survivor into Surrounded by Orcs? Yeah, I think that's just going to be so much more mana efficient. Oh, I might get countered here. Yeah, that's fine. Now I can play March into Surrounded by Orcs, and it doesn't really throw off my curve that much anyway. Dunlin Crebane. Okay. Let's march. And the orcs go marching in. And the orcs go marching in. So next turn, they're presumably gonna. Oh, they're a coward. They want to leave a 2/2 back. I'll turn down a little bit. I'm trying to get the volume right here. Leave a 2/2 back, but let's see. I could surround her by orcs, or I could one ring to rule them all. Let's just go surrounded by orcs. Milieu. Interesting. They're like Esper. And I assume they don't have too much if they left the 2/2 back to block my creature. But who knows? And then they can get Haunt back if they find a legend. Or do they have a nasty end is one of the things they could be thinking about here. They want to block and then you do that. Yeah. Because they didn't play a land last turn. Yeah, they unsurprisingly have one now. Let's see what they've got as a follow-up. I mean, I can build them for kind of a lot of cards here. If they don't deal with this orc army. So what I could do is I could surround by orcs and attack. I could surround by orcs, they'd get milled for 8 and then attack for 9. Or I could play one ring to rule them all. If they tap out for a creature, kind of interested in doing that. Oh, they're just going to bitter downfall me. Alright, well. Now I don't really have a choice. I just have to get my army back. And hopefully they don't kill this one too, because then these one ring to rule them all are going to look real bad. What am I hoping to draw? Probably another amass card would be nice. I want them to just play a creature. That would be really good. Yeah, they're like blue-black control splashing a little bit. Oh, nice. That's perfect. That is perfection. They scry to the top? We'll see about that. And then no attacks, because my creature's legendary and theirs is not. And this is going to destroy all non-legendaries. How many creatures? They don't have very many creatures. Unfortunately, the life drain aspect is not really going to come into play here. So they can't play a creature here if they don't have a legendary creature. Like, it doesn't make sense to play a creature. If they have a way to tempt it, they get to save their Willow Wind, which is good for them. A land next turn would also be decent, so I could play these two. Depending on what they do, I might also just leave up Saruman's Trickery. Oh, they're attacking? I kind of like that. And they play Oath of the Grey Host. Okay. And then Golem, so that's not going to get destroyed here. Okay, land. So now I attack, because I go up to 4 here. And then I'm going to play one ring to rule them all. Pass the turn. Sure, they can bring back Haunt. Though I guess if I waited on the one ring to rule them all, I could get the tap tokens. No, that will counter that. Ooh, and my Ring Bearer even goes up another level. Very nice. They probably should actually attack me, is my guess. Okay. Blows up. Oh, they're actually going to lose a good amount of life here. Maybe they shouldn't be attacking me. They just lost 8 life. They're just dead to the next trigger. And I have a food in play? Yeah, all right. I mean, it had some... Oh, I guess they have a food, but still, this was a little dicey. If I was one less creature, these one rings wouldn't have done anything. But honestly, that first one, it killed 2 creatures and nugged them for 8, setting up the second one. And I'm just gonna crack this now, and then pass the turn. Definitely not casting Arwen's Gift when I could just leave up Saruman's Trickery. They go to 6 here, and this is gonna get them for tons of damage. 3, 4, yeah, way more than enough is what it's looking like. Dunlin Crabane, okay. That is fine. I go down to 6, they go up to 6. Yeah, they're getting in there. They can count their graveyard if they want. It's not gonna help them. They have to like do something to the one ring to rule them all. Otherwise, like, I guess they have, is there isolation at Orthanc or something? Or I don't know. Sure. Return all you want, I guess. Go to 6. Yoink. There we go. The one ring ruled them all. That was great. All right. Let's go 2-0. The mill plan, I mean, I didn't literally mill them out, but the mill and the one ring to rule them all works nicely in concert because you mill them down, getting more creatures in their graveyard. And that was even playing against a deck that I don't think had that many creatures compared to most decks. Played against a green deck there. That might have just been it. All right, I go first here. I probably can mulligan this. Swamp, all uncastables. Okay, I like this a lot more. Let's just put Lash of the Balrog away, because I think keeping 4 lands with all my colors when I have a 4-mana card draw spell is going to be a lot better than keeping a removal spell that's kind of hard to use. Okay. It's part of the reason I'm not as high on Glorious Gale. I think as many people are, or at least, I don't know, maybe people are coming around to it. There's just a lot of decks that A, don't have tons of creatures, or B, their plays on curve are just not creatures. Like, they're mass cards. So, or cards like Rally at the Hornburg. Okay, well, I do have one ring to rule them all. Oh, I guess I could start by just doing this. Gandalf Sanctions, Yoreth, Isolation. They have 2 removal spells. Guess I'm just going to take the Sanction. I was hoping they only had 1 removal spell, because if they don't draw anything, they're surely going to do that. Let's see. Play this. Pass the turn. I'm going to go to 6. They're still going to get to play Eoreth, but then I'm going to blow up everything else. And Eoreth only attacks for 1. That's not the end of the world. All right. I haven't drawn anything yet. Let's go. Yeah, this looks good. Bottom. Yeah, I'll keep Treason of Isengard. That at the very least can get back Arwen's Gift. And then pass the turn. I don't think I want to cast Muster when it's that doesn't pass muster when I've got a glorious gale ready to roll. Oh, they don't even take damage. They have no creatures. All right. We're taking the treason to Isengard. And then I'm going to muster up to 3 here and draw that and pass. Let's see how it's going. I'm at 4, so there is a lot I can lose to here. Let's see what's up with that. Bilbo. Okay, well, definitely countering that, and I even get to go up the ring here. Okay, so next turn, I have a card. Oh, I'm definitely going to play that first. I guess I just play this and attack with the Orc, the ring bearer here, because I can discard the island, so I don't mind looting away that if that's what it comes down to. Yeah, definitely looting away the island. Put them down to 15. Arwen's Gift. Leaving a black up. Sure. Keep all the card draw, why not? Now I'm just going to play my land. Even with a looter in play, with all this card draw, I think it's fine to play a land. There is a lot that could go wrong. I'm at 4 life, obviously, but oh man, are they going to get back Gandalf Sanctions? Because here's a little design rant. One of the reasons not to do a card quite like this is this can put your opponent in a position where they died because they play a low toughness creature. Like if they put this back on top, I just can't cast the Kingfisher. It's just kind of weird play there. I don't think that's positive, but here we are. So I think that it's a little risky to make cards like that. Yep, there's Treason of Isengard. All right, they put back the Isolation at Orthanc. That makes sense. Okay. Draw. Oh, I do like that. I have 8 mana, so I don't think I can play the Kingfisher. I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, let's discard Swamp. Or rather, I misspoke. I don't think I can play the Arwen's Gift here, because I need to play the Kingfisher. I guess I didn't need to, given that I was killing the Eora, or the 2/2, but it felt like it was the right play to do that. Because I actually do want to chump here. I don't want to die to the deal 2. And I want to cash this in and get a card. They're going to bounce this thing. Oh, there we go. That's kind of what I was hoping to see. This only puts creatures, so they're just going to kill that now while I'm tapped out. They have 1 card in hand. Oh, nice. So let's go Surrounded by Orcs, Milieu. And then kill that and make my thing the Ring Bearer. And then now it's the full Ring Bearer, so it's attacking for 7, actually. It's very close to lethal. So played against another, like, blue, red, black, or this was blue, red. The last one was Vesper, I guess. If they deal with this, I still have an Arwen's Gift. All right. Haha, fool. You milled a bunch of land. So I guess Foray of Orcs would be really sick here. Okay. Yeah, it's Arwen's Gift. You have 21 cards. I don't really want 1 ring. I will take Gandalf, though. Oh, I drew the 1 double blue card. I'm just going to play Gandalf and then pass the turn so I don't lose to 1 removal spell. And then next turn with Saruman's Trickery up, it's going to be pretty hard for me to lose. So the question is, what do I do if they kill Gandalf here? I guess if they kill Gandalf, they can force the trade, which obviously I don't love. But then I have Saruman's Trickery. Presumably they have one dead card in hand. I don't think it's very likely they have two good cards. Yeah, here we go. All right, fair enough. Draw. Pass the turn. It's funny, them playing a spell is actually really bad for them. Well, I think that's actually okay. It might unlock a black card, but I think I really just do want to get Gandalf into play, and then their 2/2 doesn't do that much here. All right, now they're going to try to kill Gandalf or something. The first mode I'm going to pick here is probably deal 3. I guess I could tap or untap a permanent, but that doesn't seem super likely. Oh, funny. So if I attack them down to 6, they attack me down to 1, but then they play a spell, I deal 3 to them and they die. I think attacking's okay. They basically need to have a good spell in hand and draw a good spell for this to work out badly, and if that's the case, then not attacking could also lose me the game. Like if they just draw a couple spells in a row. Also, if they play an amass card first. Arwen's Gift. No, that I don't want. I could tap their permanent. 3. I'm just going to nug them for 3 because Saruman's Trickery makes a 1/1. Which means even if they amass, they can't kill me here. Because I can just block. And then Gandalf attacks back for lethal. I think this works out. And then, of course, there's a decent chance I draw a spell next turn because I've seen a bunch of lands. Right. As things currently stand, they have to chump Gandalf here. Well, actually, that probably does it. Because it now makes both my creatures lethal. Okay. You become the ring bearer. Weird game. I'm the one who almost got milled out. Let's see, is their last card tap a creature? That'd be kind of sick. Oh, Smite the Deathless. Oh, that's what they had. All right, well, they have to chump now. All right, they have no cards and they're dead to my attack, to my 3/4. Hello. Hopefully they don't draw something good. Looks like they didn't. Oof, close game, and we'll take the dub there. All right, you know, the one ring to rule them all keeps being okay. I had my skepticism, but look who's Diamond Tier 4. It's not those. It's the suckers without 1 or 2 rings to rule them all. Plus, we're 3-0. Great start. Alrighty. Let's see if we can keep the streak going here. Do have liked how this deck's played out. I go first, and well, this is a very good hand. I mean, my hand is good 2-drop amass into another 2-drop amass into 2 good 4-drop amass cards. I mean, who cares about mill? I could just run them over. Here, once again, I'm faced by the question, do I play turn 2 Pelargir Survivor or March from the Black Gate? I think it's again Survivor because now I can go turn 3 Torment and maybe really restrict their options. Okay. And then I can go March next turn. Their hand is Torment, Call of the Ring, Nazgul. Ooh, their hand is good. I kind of just want to take Nazgul, and then, yeah. They can play, if they want, they can play Call of the Ring, but I'm going to do some good pressuring here. And then they're probably going to get to torment me in a few turns here, and I think that's okay. Oh, Saruman the White. Well, now I kind of wish I took the Torment a little bit, but anyways. Yeah, let's go March. Oh, I guess I'm the one who cast a card draw. First, attack for 5. They're going to pay 2, so they're probably going to hit a land drop this turn. They're going to torment me. And then I've got 2 good cards in hand. So, not too worried about it. Then next turn I get to slam whatever they don't take and attack them for a lot. Yeah, they might have to take Surrounded by Orcs. No, they didn't. They didn't. All right. Oh, 1 ring to rule them all. Interesting. Land. Attack for 9. Wow, I milled all spells. All right. They chump. They paid the 2 to draw. They're probably going to draw a lot of lands now because they milled it for 9 spells in a row. That's good. I would rather do that. Really hope they don't have a removal spell for my 9/9 because that's kind of my whole game plan here. I guess they can play Cirith Ungul Patrol. Oh, they're going to do that. Pay 2 more life. I'm actually getting really close to milling them out. Okay. Oh, let's go. Mill myself for 9, mill them for a bunch. Did I hit the other 1 ring to rule them all? I didn't. I could still draw it. Attacking doesn't really seem like it does much here. What did I mill? Wow, I milled all spells again. I milled 1 land and the rest spells. They have to have all lands in their deck. They say 5 plus 11 unknowns plus 1 land in here. So that's 6 plus 11 unknowns. I think they have to have literally all lands that are left in their deck in their hand. Is that right? 5, 6. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, Lash of the Balrog. And now they're going to tempt the Uruk-hai Berserker. Go to 5. I think they should still just have all lands. I'm going to get Treason of Isengard. They actually even get milled when they attack. I'm going to block because this thing's going off. I mean, I guess I could have, if I had another land, I could have milled them. Destroy those. They get that. Treason of Isengard, put Surrounded by Orcs back. The ring tempts them. I'm at 15. What are they going to do? I guess they could try to play Grishnok to steal this, but it's going to be rough going. They're 4 cards, 3 cards. Yeah, they're just dead just to me casting this. All right. The mill plan worked really nicely here. This was awesome. I am really digging this. I really didn't anticipate this working out so nicely, but I'm having a great time. Why did I ever doubt you? 1 ring to rule them all. Why did I? Also, just what a crazy scenario where my opponent just draws, somehow just milled every single spell in their deck. They're actually going to get milled for 5 now. That was it. That wasn't even close. They were so dead. Was that a 4-0 start? Could that be? Whew. Didn't think it had it. This deck had it in it, but I mean, there was a critical turn where we cast the rat surrounded by orcs, milled for like 8. And then if they had killed it that turn, the one ring to rule them all would not have milled them for 9. But they didn't kill it that turn, and things went sideways. All right, on the play, this hand I think is fine. It's got turn 3 Envelope into turn 4 Gandalf, but if Gandalf survives, oh yeah, double Arwen's Gift the next turn. That's what I'm talking about. Don't want to see Mountain or Plains here from them, because I don't want to play against red-white aggro. Don't really want to play against red-black either, but you know, Shire Terrace I don't mind so much. Okay, the envelope has been inherited. They're going to crack their terrace. What do you can get? Island is my guess. Oh, look at that. If they leave mana up, I was probably not going to play Gandalf. All right. Let's just hope they can't kill Gandalf. There's not that many ways. Lash of the Balrog is notably one of them. And I'm hoping they don't have that. I'm definitely not blocking. Oh, now they can claim the Precious. Oh, they didn't. Uruk-hai Berserker? Okay, they didn't even get to attack here. Oh, we're going to get to double Arwen's Gift? Oh yeah, that is the money. All right, well, we're going to do that. Okay. One ring to rule them all doesn't look very good here. These do, though. And no attacks. And then now, what are we going to do? They're on 3 lands. They're probably going to kill Gandalf now. Wow, they must have drawn that? I can't imagine them doing that last turn with that. Whatever, I got my copy off. They get to loot, so they're probably going to... They have a good chance, at least, of hitting their land drop. Though they probably drew Claim the Precious for their turn, so maybe they aren't playing a land this turn. No, it looks like they are. Okay, Glorious Gale. So, I have 7 mana. Could kill the Golem, but then that just makes that the thing. I think I just want to play the Kingfisher and pass the turn. I don't really see a reason to go too quickly. Right now, this attack isn't good for them, and I can counter anything they play. Okay, I'll trade off for Golem. They're going to then get to make Uruk-hai Berserker the Ring Bearer. Oh, wow, they discarded Nasty End. It's crazy. I wonder what's in their hand now. Mordor Muster is not bad. A little mustard. Willow Wind. All right, I will counter that. 24 cards. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna start the process. Let's see. Let's cast Mordor Muster. I'm gonna start this way. Oh, another surrounded by orcs. Yeah. Then let's claim the Precious. Make this the Ring Bearer. Leave up Saruman's Trickery. Pass the turn. The next turn, I can really start surrounding them with orcs. The Torment of Golem? Oh, no. Golem will not be tormented today, I'm afraid. Oh, so many orcs. All right. Mill you for 5. Mill you for 8. Also attack for 8 and get to loot even. Let's go to land here. They have 10 cards left, so they're just dead to us surrounded by orcs. good chance they'll be able to kill my 8/8, but then I can go treason, put back, surrounded by orcs, mill you for 5. Oh, this deck is so fun. All right, treason, put surrounded by orcs back on top, and then surrounded by orcs, mill you for 5 down to 3 cards. And then even if they kill the 5/5, this comes and mills them out next turn. They need to be able to have a counterspell up, and in order to stop this, and I think that, let's see, I think I'm just going to do this. If they counter this, they die. Okay, yeah, they have a counterspell, so let's just play Pelargir Survivor, which also threatens to mill them out, by the way. I mean, this plan just keeps working. Like, what am I going to do? Not surround them with orcs? I mean, the way that surrounded by orc stacks is pretty nice. You saw that, right? Like, I had a 2/2 in play, then I cast the first one as a mill 5, the second one's a mill 8. So that's 13 cards right there. Also, some of the decks you play against have a bunch of card draw and don't have very many finishers. I mean, that's what a lot of my decks have looked like. So you could, sometimes when you mill for like 12, that's enough to put them in a position where they have a really hard time winning, especially since once they're tempted by the ring twice, they can't even attack with a ring bearer without a mandatory loot, which is, could be a problem when they're getting milled out. All right. I'm digging it. This is working better than I predicted. And even though, like, you know, in that game we scried the one ring to rule them all to the bottom, it's been good in all the other games that I've casted. Like, it's blown up a bunch of stuff, it's milled them for a bunch. The one game against Black White just nugged them for a ton of damage. Okay. I need to draw a swamp or a mountain to be able to meaningfully cast spells, but this is still, I think, on the play a hand that I would keep. Also, Gandalf copying Foray of Orcs is quite good. Lash of the Balrog, a little less exciting. Okay, black-green, not the fastest deck, so I don't mind this. Hopefully they don't have a 2-drop here. I wouldn't mind an Inherited Envelope. That would be nice. Island is basically the worst thing I could draw. I don't have any more red cards in my deck. Oh, Jund. Oh, Arwen's Gift. Amazing. Don't want Island. I will take Mordor Muster, though. With a Lash of the Balrog in hand, it feels like making a 1/1 is decent. Plus, just Amass is pretty good in this deck. Oh, sure. I can take my Gandalf. Don't love it, but, yeah, what are you going to do? Can't really imagine they'll take anything but Gandalf here. I guess if they have removal, maybe they could, but I don't know. Seems tough. Let's play this and draw a card. Oh, it begins. It's treason back Arwen's Gift here. Now I've got a 3/3 to block their 2/2, though pretty good chance this thing dies, which is fine. Hopefully they don't kill it with like a Foray of Orcs of their own. That is the kind of card you would definitely splash. Because that would be annoying. A Fall of Gil-galad. So they scry 2. Next turn they get 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature, and then they have a fight. Oh, and then they have another creature. Okay. He kept 1 on top, so I could, surrounded by orcs, this turn, mill the card off the top, attack for 6. I kind of want to just hit my land drops, though. Do I want one ring to rule them all? All right. I'll keep the one ring. pass. They're going to put 2 counters. Oh, and the Mordor Trebuchet. Interesting. Oh, Ent Draught Basin. Bag End Porter. Okay. Oh, there's another One Ring. I kind of didn't want to draw 2. So next turn, sorcery. They could make a creature fight and then Ent dies to end a turn. Huh. I could play One Ring to rule them all, and then they have 3 creatures in play. And it's kind of on them to get a legendary creature into play. I guess they can have their 2/2 fight my 3/3 to draw 2 cards. Sack it to draw 2. Oh. Jund. Just straight up Jund is what it looks like. No, they're just going to do it that way. Okay. I kind of don't mind that. And then I get hit for 8 here, but I presumably kill all their creatures now. Unless they have a way to make something into a ring bearer. No? Okay. Alright. The One Ring, you gotta hand it to it. Kind of unfortunate, but I guess I just have to cast this. Otherwise I'm just doing nothing. And then pass the turn. They want to kill my 3/3, they can, I suppose. There's still lots of cards in deck. Lobelia Sackville Baggins. Okay, didn't do anything. When this comes into play, if one of my creatures has died, they can exile it to get some counters into Strider. Here's all their legendary creatures. Okay, I guess I'll take, it's got Menace. And then how much are they going to get nugged for? I'm not going to count. This thing will show me in a second here. And then put a counter on that, sure. Just 4, okay. Let's go Foray of Orcs. Nug Strider for 5. One ring, kill the Sackville Bagginses. Make this into a looter, attack. Yeah, discard a swamp. I don't really need it. Even though Lash has like not been great this game, I think this is fine. And then now they're gonna put a counter on their Haunt of the Dead Marshes, I suppose. Attack me at a 5. Play a 4/2. Ooh, Saruman. Yes, let's go. Oh, this is perfect. Saruman. They have no ring progress. Kind of annoying, actually. What do I hit? 5. I guess I could kill the Haunt and leave back my token. Or I could kill this. They can attack for 4 next turn. If they pump that. But I attack for 7. Alright. Attack. Loot. Discard a land again. And then if they pump this, I'll just block. And then kill their blocker and kill them. Didn't really mill them out this game. But I think got there nonetheless. Alright. Another dub. One Ring ruled them all, killed 3 creatures that game, and dealt 4 to them, so we're 6-0. I thought we were 5-0. I'll take it. Is this deck really going to 7-0? The Turbo Mill One Ring to rule them all deck? How many games has One Ring to rule them all been awesome? I think like 5 of these games. I have drawn it and had it not been good, but it's been really good a lot more than it's been not good. Lash of the Balrog has been less good than I had hoped. It turned out I actually don't really want to sack my masked creature. So that's kind of played into it. But yeah, I mean, March of the Black Gate's awesome. This card is very, very good. So that one, certainly no doubt that it's good. And then I've got March into Orcs into One Ring or some combination of these. You do generally want to cast this one first. And they mulligan, they're keeping more cards in decks, smart. Because this way let's say you have a 2-tune play, you play this, mill them for 5, then play this, mill them for 5. Whereas if you played this one first with the 2-2, you'd mill them for 2, then 5, and that's less good. On the other hand, sometimes you just need chapter 2 of the saga to go off, so you don't really have a choice. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the Orcs come marching in. Ooh, March of the Black Gate Mirror. Whoever goes first does have a bit of an advantage there. Okay, no blocks. Hopefully not a big play this turn. Because I'm on the draw into Golem. Ooh, kind of gross. Well, do I attack or not? I think no attacks. I think I'd rather be able to block Golem. I don't really want to take 6 here. Trade. Mithril Coat. That'll make Golem indestructible. Yeah, I guess I gotta counter it. It's unfortunate because I don't get any value out of the amass, but that's alright. Alright, let's go Milieu. Alright, well we milled some good cards. Their 4th land and 2 good spells. Now I can just cast Lash on that thing. And unfortunately, I don't think I attack here. Nice March of the Black Gate. Well, this is the game where One Ring to rule them all has been bad, right? Because I haven't... well, I don't have the swamps to cast it, but none of these turns would I have wanted to cast it, I guess, is part of it. Haunt and Golem is a nice combo. They can just do the whole thing now if they want. Yeah. Oh, they're doing it that way. I guess they want to get this amassing going. Sure. No attacks. Please don't kill. Yeah. The undefeated dream is not going to come through here. So last turn, let's say I had the swamp, I would have cast the One Ring and it still wouldn't have done much. 5. Block, go to 1. I mean, I guess I don't technically die, but... Wow, they have a lot of golems. Yeah, alright. Okay. I still believe we'll get to 7 wins here. Even if we took a little dub. I was feeling good about that game when they mulliganed and our opening hand was good, but March into Golem into make me kind of waste my Saruman's Trickery on Mithril Coat into a couple removal spells really did not work out well for me. See, I thought this was, like, after drafting and looking at the triple surrounded by Orcs, double One Win to rule them all, I was like, yeah, maybe this is like 3 or 4 win deck. All of a sudden we're at 6-0, but now I'm like, I want to get a 7 ball here. Okay, I go first. Well, this is a fantastic hand. All right, let's go. All right, playing against green and having double Glorious Gale is pretty nice. Yeah, we're countering that. I mean, Glorious Gale into Arwen's Gift is kind of the dream. Okay, here's some rings. Yeah, we're gonna keep countering your spells. Don't really have much of a choice here. Okay, let's play my mountain and let's go Arwen's Gift. Ooh. Arwen's Gift is for me not to draw those 2 islands. Instead, draw the other island. Ah, so many watchdogs. Okay, that was really nice. Let's see what you got. What's in that bag? What you got in that bag? Generous Ent and Brandywine Farmer. Let's take the Entorino. They also get to make food here. Okay. And go to 17. And now, let's kick this off. The ring tempts you. And then we each mill 2. Oh no, I milled 2 good cards. But I also milled decent cards on their end. Pass. And now if they don't have any way to get tempted, then I'm going to kill those 2 creatures. And they might not even be able to play a creature this turn. Well, they could play that. Ooh, they could attack with the Brandywine Farmer. It's a halfling. I'm going to go in on this Watchdogs. Yeah, get in there, Watchdogs. I like it. Let's take 5. I don't really need to have the farmer. Okay. And then Nug Brandy or Mary. All right, then they're gonna take kind of a lot of damage. They're green-white. They have all creatures in their deck. Take 7. All right, let's play another One Ring to rule them all. They're very close to just straight up being dead now. It's going to be fitting that the last spell I cast this game is going to be One Ring to rule them all, and I cast both this game. We each get milled for 4. I mean, they're effectively at 15 thanks to the food. But they now have lots of creatures in their graveyard. Okay, loot away an island. I don't even really want to play this island, I don't think. And they probably can't even play a creature this turn, even if they had one. Ooh, Saruman the White. Don't mind that. Loot Gandalf the Grey. Don't mind that either. Let's go Gandalf. Pass the turn. They go up to 7. They're just dead. The One Ring to rule them all. Ship it. Take 10. And that 7 wins right there. All right. Orc Mill. It worked out. I'm glad I took all the One Rings. I'm glad I took all the Surrounded by Orcs. And really, this thing was a thing of beauty. 3 Surrounded by Orcs, 2 One Rings, and a Treason of Isengard for good measure. And that is what you'd call 7 wins. Thanks for watching. Join me tomorrow as we try to mill them out some more, or something along those lines. In any case, got new videos going up every day, and I appreciate you taking your time to watch them. This has been a lot of fun stuff. New set, lots of cubes, all the magic you can shake a stick at, or a staff in Gandalf's case. I'll see you the next time, and until then, always be amassing.